Hello everybody and welcome back to Gentoo.
Now you're taking my intro?
Say the line.
Your favorite place for all things gaming and tech related.
Now let's hop right into the news.
What else are you gonna steal? Turbo Golf Racing is the ultimate blend between everyone's favorite and most exciting sport, golf, and the popular car soccer game known as Rocket League. Take on up to 7 other competitors in the newest ultimate golf game. Use the aerial camera to scope out the course and plan your path of attack to score in the fewest shots possible, because precision matters more than speed here. Customize your car with not only different loadouts to tailor your car to your exact playstyle, but also equip yourself with different power cores to give yourself an advantage on the course. Play through over 80 different courses when Turbo Golfing Racing release on April 4th for Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PS5, and PC.
Some would say that a vaccine injection is a routine practice. But this time, it's different. The future of dogkind is at stake. You are my dog's last hope, Beck.
Embark on the perilous mission to save dogkind in the creative, hand-drawn world of Biogun. Join Beck on his mission to save all the lives of dogkind from the devastating Duper virus. Explore the massive immune systems that you are now tasked with saving as you meet friendly cells and vanquish powerful foes and bosses that are doing their best to take out man's best friend. Absorb incredible powers from the viruses that you take out and use them to take on the various bosses that inhabit the major organs of your favorite pet. Take on the microscopic world of Biogun when it releases for PC on April 16th.
Now let's check up on our first Neuralink patient.
Nolan Arbaugh, the first person to receive the Neuralink implant, has exceeded above and beyond early expectations.
During a 9-minute live stream with Elon Musk, Arbaugh demonstrated his ability to play chess on the computer simply by thinking about moving his cursor and explaining in real time what he was doing.
But Arbaugh didn't stop there. Recently, Arbaugh used his implant to stay up all night playing the popular Forex game known as Civilization 6.
Arbaugh stated, "It was like using the force on the cursor and I could get it to move wherever I wanted. Just stare somewhere at the screen and it would move where I wanted it to," which was such a wild experience. Arbaugh was also able to even play Mario 8 Deluxe after some troubleshooting with Neuralink tech and was even able to come in second.
The Neuralink has shown amazing progress in its first human trial runs, and we are all looking forward to what else the Neuralink is capable of in the future.
And that's all we've got for news this week.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us down below if you'd like to get the Neuralink in the future.
Now let's hop into our first pack of the week, Corby's Content Corner.
Hey guys, you know how you were asking me to film on a different location? Well, I finally did it. I hope you're happy. And no, I'm not going to elaborate where I am for, privacy reasons. But hey, welcome back to Corby's Content Corner. I'm Corby, and today I wanted to talk about my gaming counterpart and doppelganger, Steve. In case you've never heard of this legendary figure, Steve is a default character from the very popular and best-selling game of all time, Minecraft. Although he's a default character and doesn't say anything other than this, he is iconic in the gaming world. He was in Minecraft from the very beginning, and has since been a figurehead for the series, appearing in all the marketing material. They later added more default characters in the series so that Steve wasn't the only one, starting with the girl character, Alex. Don't you dare. Now hear me out. Even if you haven't played Minecraft before, you've seen this man's face. From marketable plushies and Lego sets on Walmart shelves to a playable character in Smash Bros. Ultimate, Steve is everywhere. Don't even try me in Smash, by the way. My Steve is nasty. I am so back. But why do we like Steve so much in the first place? I mean, sure, he's been here since the beginning, but that doesn't always mean something is perfect just because it's the oldest. And to this question, I think the real answer is that Steve is the first face you saw when you opened up Minecraft for the first time. the first character you played as in your survival and creative worlds. He is the character who has been with us through everything we went through when we were younger and learning the ropes in the tutorial world. He was with us as we experienced this amazing and blocky sandbox world alone and with our friends. The reason people like this character, despite his lack of a personality or even a voice, is because he makes us nostalgic of the times we used to have with him back when we were younger. We weren't just playing as Steve or with Steve, we were Steve. Or at least, that's just how I feel. And hey, since we're being honest here, I have a secret to tell you. I know you thought I was in a different location, but I lied. There is no new location. I was on the floor this whole time on a blanket. I've never left my room before. I fools you all. Ha ha. Yeah, we kinda could tell. What? You could tell the whole time? Yeah. Perchance. Dang it! I'm not even a good liar. I guess I'll see you guys next week. Wait, is someone using VATS right now? Look, I know I lied, but I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Is that a fat boy? Oh, shoot!
Greetings, hunters, and welcome back to another episode of Monster Field Guide, the show where I catalog the monsters from Monster Hunter World. Today, I'm excited because I'm finally covering a world original monster again, the Betelgeuse. This monstrous pine cone is one of the largest flying wyverns that actually flies. Looking at you, Diablos! Getting this much mass off the ground is incredibly impressive, making Betelgeuse one of the physically strongest wyverns in the whole franchise. But the only thing stronger than that is my desire to get to the name. Betelgeuse is named after Betelgeuse, a red supergiant and the 10th brightest star in the sky, seen here in the Orion constellation. Betelgeuse is the French translation of the Arabic Yad al-Jaza, likely meaning the giant. This name and origin tie beautifully back to Betelgeuse, who is basically a red giant. Now, how does Betelgeuse burn so bright? Well, let's get to that next. Betelgeuse's underside and tail have these special scales that come off at an angle. These scales house glands that create the monster's signature blast scales. Now, while they're called scales, they're not. These glands secrete a combination of chemicals that harden over time into these teardrop-shaped deposits. This chemical concoction is highly volatile, so disturbing it in any way can cause it to explode. Luckily for Betelgeuse, its brass-colored skin has become so resilient to the impacts and fires of explosions that it's become immune to its own blast scales. Unfortunately for everything else, these blast scales are extremely dangerous, and Betelgeuse has learned how to use them in combat. But just how does Betelgeuse fight? Oh no. Betelgeuse's resistance to impact means that it can really throw itself around. It'll tackle and bash into anything with its large armored body, wings, or tail, and adding its blast scales makes it an especially dangerous threat. When its scales aren't falling off naturally, it can shake its body to dislodge them and drop them below, or whip its tail around to send them flying at enemies. This will litter the battlefield with landmines ready to be set off, whether unintentionally by a thrashing monster or intentionally by Betelgeuse, either by running them over, spewing flames from its mouth to trigger them, or its favorite technique, dive bombing and decimating everything in sight. Paradoxically, Betelgeuse are both territorial and nomadic, where it prefers low altitude gliding to get from area to area, and establishing its territory, fending off anything that gets in its way. For this expedition, we're going to be looking at a specimen in the Elder's Recess, a volcanic region with several cave systems full of lava, as well as huge clusters of crystals. It's a very harsh environment, and one that Betelgeuse can naturally call home, where it patrols its vast territory with an iron fist. If it knows you're there, it hates you, and will seek you out until you've left its territory, or more likely, blown you to bits. With its behavior of low altitude gliding and dropping bombs on people, Betelgeuse is inspired by none other than the B-52 fighter plane, a bomber designed for the exact type of bombing runs that Betelgeuse itself does. Lastly, Betelgeuse was brought to Monster Hunter to act as a chaotic force on the battlefield, interrupting the player and forcing it to work with a new hazardous obstacle as they continue their journey into the harder parts of the game. But that's all the time we have for this expedition. Join me next time as we cover the putrid elder, Valhazak.
Here at Tower Yearbook, we are a dedicated staff of photographers, designers, copywriters, and practicum students.
Our staff is a student-led, student-run media outlet, producing a book with over 300 pages. Be sure to pop out at any of our portrait or distribution events.
So stay tuned to our social media to see what's up.
Hey Al, it sounds like there are some people that don't know about the show.
We've got some time.
Let's roll.
So you want to know about Now You Know. Think of us as your go-to spot for rundowns of your favorite things. Everything from toys, tools, holidays, and more. We've got you covered in here
And out here. I'm Katie Bird, and I'm on campus asking about what you know. For example,
A second ago, you didn't know what this show was. And now, you know.
noon on Wednesdays at KNWT TV.
He's the one who started it all. You can be sure he's gonna want to be there when it all ends. He's a rocker boy, an ex-soldier, a terrorist, a martyr, a freedom fighter. This is Johnny Silverhand, the most infamous name in all of cyberpunk. Johnny was once a simple, dumb kid from Texas who jumped into a military uniform at the first chance he could. His hatred for corporations and corruption began after his life was saved by a friend who died in the process. And just to add salt into the wound, the US government labeled him as a deserter. He traded his fatigues for a microphone in 2003, when the legendary band Samurai was born. Johnny spent years using music as a way to fight back against the growing corruption in Night City, and eventually, come 2013, he met the love of his life, Alteria Cunningham, a highly skilled netrunner that the Arasaka Corporation sought after. So, in the middle of the night, Arasaka snatched Alt up and left Johnny for dead. Though Johnny attempted to save her by breaking into the tower, it ultimately led to Alt's death, and this pushed Johnny, who was already in a downward spiral, completely over the edge, and thus, a 50-year conflict ignited. Come 2023, he took advantage of the conflict between both the Arasaka and Militech corporations during the Fourth Corporate War. He managed to sneak one of Militech's nukes into Arasaka's headquarters of Night City, and completely wiped the tower off the map. But Johnny didn't physically survive the conflict. Using the same technology Arasaka kidnapped Alt for in the first place, they turned Johnny into the very first Secure Your Soul relic, and Johnny was doomed to a terrible digital limbo. Up until 2077. Thanks to the heist V was a part of, that same chip ended up in V's head, and now, the two are forced to share a body with Johnny's consciousness slowly, unwillingly hijacking V's mind, with no way out for the two to survive it. But the beautiful thing I absolutely love about Johnny, aside from being the occasional hilarious comedic relief, is that his depth and complexity are not bound to a predetermined path the player is forced to respond to. His actions are immoral and destructive, yet his motivations sympathetic and tragic. He feels human, he grows as a person, but ultimately, it's up to you if that person he becomes is worthy of redemption or not. Depending on your relationship with Johnny as you go through the game, he could go from wanting to use V as a vessel of violence to finish what he started, or V's best friend he'd go to war for. You may be surprised. By the end, instead of fighting for control over V's body, you could find yourself begging him to take V's body while he persists V deserves to keep on living. But no matter the outcome, almost every talk with V and Johnny could leave you with sick, hopeful grief. See you next week, Chumba. Zach out.
Hello and welcome back to Know Your Tech. I'm your host Evan Saxton, and finally we have completed our PC build, getting all the internals of the PC and even the case. But that's not all there is about PCs. We're going to be getting a little more advanced and onto more niche builds. Specifically, we'll be covering cooling systems for your PC. Now when it comes to cooling your PC, there are two ways that you're going to primarily do that. The most common way of cooling your PC is with fans to help circulate the hot air with new air, but for a more advanced build, it will use something called water cooling. Water cooling is a lot more effective at keeping your PC, well, cool. Water cooling can also be done for just a specific part. Like for example, a CPU cooler could just be water cooled itself, while the rest of the build could use fans to circulate air throughout the PC. Another type of water cooling doesn't use water at all, but actually mineral oil. These builds are very expensive but very effective. Submerging the entire build in oil allows for the best heat distribution and is able to flow through the parts, helping you to lubricate them as an extra bonus. You may be wondering how the PC is able to still work then? Well, while it's submerged, it's actually because the liquid used is mineral oil and not water. Specifically, the mineral oil is non-conductive, making it perfect for your PC, being able to spread heat throughout but also not affecting electronics at all. There are a couple of downsides though. Mainly, the oil does need to be replaced, which would be around $50 for enough oil to fill the case. This does not need to be done too often though, only about every 2 to 3 years, but it's something you'll have to keep your eye on. Not everybody wants an aquarium for a PC though, so let's talk about some less extreme water coolers. One of the main other ways of water cooling is with a CPU cooler. This is a fan and block unit that cycles water through a series of tubes. The water is able to stay cool from cycling the heat from the CPU to the radiator, cooling it down, then cycling back to the CPU to repeat the cycle. The reason the water works so well for this reason is because it is much more heat conductive. Water compared to air is able to disperse more than twice the amount of heat it could in the same amount of time. This is also used for only cooling the CPU and the computer, but is so much more effective than any other traditional CPU fans. Using this allows you to have regular fans in your case also, so you can keep a more traditional build if that's what you're looking for. This isn't to say that normal air cooling fans aren't good either, so don't be afraid to use those if you just want to stay away from all the liquid components, because those are the unique builds that you won't see too often. That's all I have this week for Know Your Tech, and I hope I was able to help you cool down on what fans to buy. Make sure to like, subscribe, and come back next week. See you later. Hey, what up, Gabe? You ready to go golfing?
Yeah, dude, I'm so excited. I brought my Corvette.
Corvette?
Yeah.
I got a golf cart that we could use. You don't have to bring that.
How are you gonna hit the golf ball?
Oh, with my clubs?
What do you mean?
You know, are you planning on using your car as a club?
Yeah.
How are you gonna do that?
It's turbo golf racing.
Well, what are you gonna do when you like get in the water though, or like the sand?
Drive in, of course.
That's true, yeah, you could just get in there. Well, how am I gonna play then? I've only got a little tiny golf cart.
We'll just need to go to the dealership.
The dealership?
No, here's what you're supposed to say, okay? You're supposed to say Ford when you're about to hit somebody.
You mean Ford, right?
No, I mean Ford, because that's what they used to use like back a long time ago.
Just because they use cars now doesn't mean they used Ford to like back then.
You're sounding real stupid right now.
Think
Let's just go to the
let's
dealership.
Let's get my BMW.
Yeah. Let's go to the dealership and I can help you out.
Welcome back to Quix, where we take a mainstream game and see how fast we can complete it. Today, we are doing Build Battle and High Pixel, or Minecraft. Let's do Team Swim. All right. Ooh, Sandcastle.
Sandcastle? You know what sandcastles look like.
So if you guys don't know how Build Battle works, we select the theme, we build the theme, and then we vote on the theme, and we try to win it. Our goal is to see how long it takes us to win a game of Build Battle. Does sand fall? All right, we need some commentary in here, so we're not just, building with anything.
Sand. I love sand.
Wow. They ripped off our idea, Amanda.
Oh, God.
Wow. Oh,
This
we got
is-
treasure and old throne. That's
Okay.
cool.
Oh.
Whoa. Dude, I didn't even get to vote. What in the what happened?
What type of spaceship?
I don't
Are we
care.
doing the like white
Wait, I can't use
spaceship
crystal?
thing, tall thing with the? What do you want from me?
I was about to put an armor stand in there.
No. We could build planets.
I didn't think of planets.
Nigel, no copying.
We won't.
Just ignore my moon.
Whoa.
Oh, that
Whoa.
one actually really good.
They paid for that.
Sorry.
Bulky. That's so cute. What is this guy
Hey.
doing?
We're putting our
Dude, we got
Oh.
second. Are you kidding?
You got second?
We got second.
Yo,
We
we
built
were
the same
so
thing.
You were so close.
Yes.
Can we make
okay.
a chicken?
Yes. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Katie, that is 1 foot.
Giant chicken.
No.
Okay, cool. Big chicken.
Bok bok.
Big bok bok.
Big bok bok.
Oh.
Dude, this chicken is buff. Dude is just flat on the bottom.
I want a comparison. I want a comparison.
Jan.
Oh, that's a pretty act. He's asserting his dominance.
Why is he standing like
I
that?
even put this is a cow.
That is a cow dog.
How did this win? Okay.
Cat, yes.
Cat. Oh,
Building
okay.
mango.
We're building two very different cats.
I'm forgetting what a cat looks like. What?
It's okay.
Katie, I don't know what a cat looks like. You do the face. I'll do the body.
Okay.
Not.
I
What?
don't know how to make an ear.
A little bit.
What is
I don't know.
It's so big.
He gets
Where?
whiskers.
Big goofy stew.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
gonna lose it.
Oh. What is this? Oh, so that's what a cat
Bunny.
looks like. That makes more sense.
Aw.
See, I'm not stupid. They made the same face. Kinda.
I give this epic.
No.
That's cool. That's
That's
cool.
pretty epic.
That's mango.
That is cute, though. I will say that is cute. Yeah, we thought that was good. We got all right. We got second place.
Yeah.
Well, me and Nigel got second place. I don't know about y'all. Well,
So speedy.
no, I can't. Thank you guys for tuning in. Tune in next time.
So speedy.
Bye bye.
What do you want from me?
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Rainbow Six Time with Red, the show where I pick a Rainbow Six operator, tell you a bit about them, play a few games with them, and rate them 1 through 10. The things I rate these operators on are their loadouts, ability, and their use to the team as a whole. This week we'll feature an operator that is wildly underrated, underused, and in my opinion, very underappreciated, and that operator is IQ. IQ is a 1 health, 3-speed operator. Her primary weapon options are the AUG A2 assault rifle, 5.52 commando assault rifle, and the G8A1 light machine gun. I only use the 5.52 commando because that thing is a literal laser beam. It has very little recoil, so it's easy to control, a good magazine size, and a high rate of fire. It's easily one of my favorite guns in the game. She only comes with one secondary option, and that is the P12. She comes with 3 different options for utility. Those include breaching charges, which are just explosive charges that can be used to blow open soft walls, hatches, and door and window barricades. She also comes with claymores and frag grenades. I alternate about 50-50 between the claymores and frag grenades. I typically only use claymores on maps that have known runouts for defenders. Runouts are just areas in the map where a defender can run out a door or hop out of a window and get a quick kill. IQ's special ability is her electronics detector. Yes, her ability does exactly what you think it does. When her electronic detector is up, she can spot anything that runs electronically. This includes cameras, defenders' phones when they're checking the cameras, nitro cells, and the bombs. Literally anything that runs electronically. I believe that's why she's so good and super underrated. I hardly ever see anyone pick her during matches. She's very useful for being able to find Capcan traps, Valkyrie cameras, Ella mines, Thorn's razor blooms, and Fenrir's mines. All those super annoying, pesky operators that no one likes to play against. IQ can find all their stuff and ping it for her team. With that being said, she also pairs very well with Brava. Brava comes with drones that can hack the defending team's equipment. If IQ and Brava play together, IQ can point out all of the defending team's equipment, and Brava can hack it. When I play IQ, I try to play my life and stay alive as long as I possibly can to try and point out any equipment placed by the enemy team that is pretty easy to miss if you aren't paying attention. IQ is going to receive a very solid 8.5 out of 10 because of her 5.52 commando, her utility, and her very underrated ability. When she's being used properly and doing what her ability was made to do, she is extremely useful to the team. That's all for this episode. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to never miss an episode of Gentoo and Rainbow Six Time with Red.
Kirsten, what are you doing here?
What do you think I'm doing here? Making TikToks? And it's not about what I do. It's about what we do here. So we start with storyboarding the content we want to create for our clients. It could be anyone from small businesses, nonprofits, and organizations both on campus and in the Maryville community. We write, we film, we edit, we create, and then we wait. So if you're someone who thinks you need us, we are KNWT Creative Services.
Right side pass finds Waters. A three-pointer on the way. Good.
Life happens in an instant. Let us help you be a part of it.
Take 5.
Live for you to enjoy.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Free to Review. Today we're hopping into another free Steam game called Super Auto Pets. This is a free Steam game by Team Wood Games. Most of the reviews, if not all, are positive. Also, this game was released on September 24th of 2021. It's a few years old now. Enough yapping. Let's go ahead and get into some gameplay. The Booming Babies. Alright. So do I have to attack? How do I attack? Oh, he attacked me. Hello. I got a B now. Oh, I got my butt kicked. Alright, so I have 4 more lives. Let's go ahead and buy the pig. It has a ton of attack. Alright, here we go. We get the silly boogeyman? Whatever that means. I don't know. Okay, we got the pig. Let's go. We got a cricket left. We got 1, so we have to get 10 of those. We got tier 2 now. Make 1 pet faint, always on sale. To all pets? Okay. Ooh, we got a crab. Should we take the crab? I don't know what the point of that was. So we're gonna freeze that guy so we can buy him next turn. Let's fight him. Dude, that kangaroo has so much health. So I lost again. No! Oh, we got 2 crabs. Sell this guy. And wait, what if you have 3 of them? We had another crab. So they don't like combine? I guess you have to combine them like that. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, we're down to our last life. I don't know what the garlic does. Come on, do more damage. So Armadillo has no attack, which is good. Let's go! I can do that too. Oh, this guy gains 8 now. Oh no. No, they're gonna one-shot each other. Might be done for. It's over. No! Dang. Got our butts kicked. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this game, even though I didn't do too good. Here is all of the pets that you can get at each turn. So turn 1, it's the duck, of course, and then all of these. And then each turn, you unlock different abilities. So this one is plus 20 attack. That's insane. A fly. How is a fly tier 6? I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed this game. It was pretty unique, and it's free on Steam, obviously. Super Auto Pets. Make sure you go check it out. See you guys next time.
Welcome back to Apex Legends, a series here on Gentoo where we take a deeper dive into the lore of the so-called legends. This week we'll be taking a look at Mad Maggie. Margaret Kohiri was born on Salvo in 2679, growing up in a rough part of her planet. Her parents, along with her sister, died when she was a child. After their deaths, Margaret did not have family growing up, but she did have her closest friend, Walter Fitzroy. One day while exploring, the two came across a golden hand grenade clutched by the corpse of a deceased freedom fighter. The two claimed the grenade as their own, occasionally passing it back and forth as a symbol of their bond. Maggie was seen as a troublemaker throughout her schooling years, and she and Fuse were often separated during classes. She did, however, gain a strong sense of patriotism and nationalism for Salvo at a young age. According to her, she's been prepared to die for her planet since the age of 12. As the pair grew older, Kohiri and Fitzroy led a variety of escapades, including robberies, heists, and bomb defusals. However, their goals began to drift apart as they grew older. While Fuse felt the allure of the blood sport and began fighting in Salvo's famous bone cage, Kohire became fully invested in Salvo's independence movement, founding and leading a war band known as the Cracked Talon. Fuse was soon selected as the first representative from Salvo to compete in the Apex Games. Kohire was infuriated by this, wanting nothing to do with the Syndicate, for herself or Salvo. The two friends got into a fight as a result, with Kohire pulling the pin on their grenade and using it to blow off Fuse's right arm. After Maggie led these rebellions for some time, she ultimately got caught and was tried in court, where she was found guilty. With all her crimes, she was sentenced to death, but right before her execution, she was saved by a mysterious man who had plans for her. The plans, you might ask? Well, they were for her to cause havoc in the Apex Games. And havoc is what she causes, with all of her skills letting her become one of the best rush characters in the game. Her passive lets her move faster with any shotgun and highlights enemies that you've done damage to, which helps keep track of her prey. Her tactical is a riot drill inspired by her past. This drill burns enemies with fire through any obstacle, letting you nullify enemies' positioning and cover. Finally, her ultimate is a wrecking ball that when thrown bounces around, leaving speed boost pads behind and explodes when it's near enemies. Maggie takes the fight to the opponents, which makes her a popular pick among people who just want to brawl and cause chaos. That will do it for this week's episode of Apex Legends. Like, subscribe, and tune in next week for more content.
Thanks for watching this episode of Gentoo. If you liked it, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below to not miss any future episodes. Now we're gonna go golf.
That we are gonna go do. My Porsche is waiting on.